guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here today to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Scorpio for July 2020. So keep in mind it's a general message, take what you feel resonates with you and disregard the rest, as well as that no matter what messages do come through today, it's still up to you, your active free will, your Grassroots Evolution, and the choices you make, the steps you take to get the fulfillment that you would like in this world, as well as how you implement this reading today. So for all my subscribers, thank you for being here. You guys mean the world to me, truly mean it. As well as for anyone who's new, welcome. And if at the end you feel like this resonates with you, please feel free and subscribe. Join the journey with me. It'd be wonderful to have you along the ride. I do just want to say before I get in as well, Mercury is retrograde, so if I fumble with my words or I get confused, I apologize. I'm a Gemini and Mercury's my ruling planet. So as well as though overall energy, we're all in Mercury retrograde, so a lot of us could be experiencing things, having conversations come up from the past, kind of having shadow work that we're working on, and if you are rethinking things, if you are experiencing things over, I feel like the most important thing here is to see the lesson, whatever the lesson was with it. And if you're having dreams, I heard reoccurring dreams as well, if they're frightening, ask Spirit when you go to bed to shield you and protect you from frightening dreams. You may even want to get a dream catcher, but rather than seeing it as the terrifying thing, try and see the message behind it. So I'm just going to take a moment to call on Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, as well as Goddess Isis today, and my team of light. I'm going to ask them to use me as the clearest channel possible, only delivering the messages that are for the highest good, for the most far-reaching audience possible here. So I'm just going to ask first. I was very strongly guided, you guys. I've been bringing these last, but I was really strongly guided to ask Isis for a message for Scorpio first. So Scorpio, please, a message for the sign of Scorpio for July 2020 as an overarching energy that you would have us be aware of, please. For Scorpio, July 2020. Ask one more, please, Spirit, for July 2020. Okay, got a lot. I'm only going to take what flipped over and the one that came out beforehand. So we're going to put those back. The bottom of the deck is the Flower of Life, Divine Creativity and Manifestation. So what flipped out first was the Goddess of 1,000 Names, Isis, Endless Emanations of the Priestess. So this is interesting. Okay, I know this is interesting. But this is also saying there is a goddess within you. It does not matter what words that we use to describe Isis. It's the divine feminine, the essence of the divine feminine, and our creative power. And I feel like with this Flower of Life at the bottom, some of you may be really tapping into your intuition. You may be connecting as well to Isis. You may be receiving downloads as well. I also heard through the Star of Sirius for some of you. But I feel like sometimes there may be something of the unknown that you may be kind of getting information on. And I also feel like what I heard is the power of seeing. Some of you may also be opening up to untapped emotions, untapped as well psychic abilities at this time. So you have Temple of Black Obsidian, the Dark Chamber of Healing. We have Truths Unveiled. And I feel like as well, with Mercury retrograde happening, you are going to see that. There's going to be stuff, the revelation of Isis. There's going to be stuff that you do start to understand. It may be truths, small little truths. It may be huge revelations that are starting to come to you. And I feel like as well, we also get the Chamber of Healing. A lot of you may be going through some profound healing right now. With this as well, it is the proper burial for freedom. I'm going to read a little bit of the book for the Goddess of 1,000 Names, just to make sure I didn't lose anything on that. But this, to me, especially with Mercury retrograde energy happening right now, is a time to transcend the darkness. And I heard a portal. So I think July 8th, but don't quote me on that. But the Lion's Gate portal is coming in July. So I feel like as well that energy may be really, really transformative and useful to help transform us and propel us on our path. We have initiation here, spiritual testing of Ra and the Lady Isis, the dark mysteries, enter the chamber of the dark goddess, and the pyramid of light. Step your vibration deeper into love. And I feel like this is important because it's where we put our focus, is where we're generating our power. So I feel like this month as well is saying, you know what? It's so important to lay to rest properly the past, the demons of the past, the hardships of the past, the darkness of the past. When we're entering this chamber of healing, I feel like it's also important to honor the duality, that it's okay to be in the present and still be moving through things from the past. As well as some of you may not be so clear on what this is for you. Sometimes you may want to carry some black obsidian in your pocket as well. Use it as a wonderful healing stone. It's an absolutely gorgeous stone, very grounding stone. And I feel like throughout this, before we are propelled forward, every time on our spiritual journey that we undergo some major transformation, some major healing, some major darkness, and we have to step out of that, we're transformed and we ascend a little bit higher. I feel like that is what's important. With this flower of life as well, divine creativity and manifestation, you can choose to wallow in the past. You can choose not to heal. You can choose not to see the things that need to heal. Or you can say, you know what? I'm ready to manifest a new life. I'm ready to manifest a new desire, as well as what I heard. Pillar of light is on the bottom here as well. And for this, with this initiation, through the darkness that we go through, what's really important to help keep our energy at high vibration with this one, with the pyramid of light. This pillar of light, descent of the star of Isis, also talks about that you may be receiving downloads through your crown from the star of Isis. So some of this with the pillar of light that you may want to do is call spirit, ask for white divine light to come down through your crown, plant your feet firmly on the ground, toes spread apart, and ask spirit to help cleanse you, to bring that white light all the way down through your body, through each and every chakra, all the way down through your feet, and help it, any darkness, transmit through the floor, through your feet, out into the earth's core, and transmute with love. Because this darkness is here for a reason. There may be some truths this month also revealed to you during Mercury retrograde, after Mercury retrograde, something that's been hidden from you, but it's time. It's time to talk about it. And with this, I felt and heard as well, if there's anger, you may have anger. You may have some hurt that comes from whatever the truths are. To maintain balance, to maintain truthful in your integrity of who you are as well, and to not let whatever this truth is change you for the negative, but to only help you move forward. With the proper burial of freedom, this is important as well, because it means that we are going to heal something and leave it behind. We're not going to carry this hurt part of us everywhere we go anymore, because we're not actually burying it, right? This sounds gross, but the thought I just got is we wouldn't put someone in their burial casket and keep a part of them with us and walk around with it. Why? Because it would start to stink as it decayed, right? And that is the unhealed parts of us. They start to stink. They start to bleed through in our life. And if there's places where you start to see it, sometimes I heard misstep, but sometimes how this stuff shows itself is we get triggered. I heard temper as well. Sometimes we may get angry. We may get sad. We may have anxiety. And whatever it was that triggered that, there's some healing to be done for that. Okay? So I feel like once we work on that, once we can figure out what is it that I need to let go of, what have I been holding on to, is some of this as well could have been just thoughts and truths that we've held deeply. It could be about religion, could be about ourselves. I heard family, lots of different things. There could have been long-standing belief systems as well that just really need to be purged and cleansed right now. So, initiation also means that you are being initiated onto this path of light. And this happens many, many times. As we're being initiated into the light, however, this spiritual testing isn't easy. And it's one of these things that requires you to maintain your strength, maintain your focus on healing. And as well, I heard some of you may want to get some organite in the shape of a pyramid as well. But this fire energy is passion. There's so much energy here that's also saying, you know what? Whatever you are going to move through, you're going to use this energy to help people. And as well, I heard burn away the grief. Once we clear out the stuff that's blocked our vision, clarity will come. And we'll be able to more easily manifest the experiences and what it is that we're meant to experience on this world, explore the things that we're meant to explore. So in terms of initiation as well, and with the pyramid of light and stepping into a deeper vibration of love, how I feel about this is if there's something that you're guided to do, if you have a soul pulling desire to do it, because this is part of your initiation as well. For some of you, I heard past life. Egypt may be a really important part of your past life as well. There may be things that if you're reading about ancient Egypt that all of a sudden click. I heard Thoth as well with the emerald tablets. You may want to look into that as well. But I'm going to look up to the Goddess of 1,000 Names and the Dark Mysteries for you guys. I'm going to hold it up and just let you guys look at the card while I read a little bit for you. Apologize for the glare, guys. Isis, with many names, forms, associations, and expressions, is referred to as the goddess of 10,000 names. A name holds power. It defines and energizes our limits. The names, faces, and roles that you play are just one part of your being, yet you exist beyond them, beloved initiate, as a vast being. You are currently realizing that you are not limited by previous identities you held. Instead, you are becoming more of your whole self. Enjoy the uncovering of you even more. This oracle indicates that there is a spiritual name waiting for you on inner planes. The name may come from various spiritual traditions as a name of a deity or sacred mantra, or it could be an actual name that you can sound out and use in meditation or sacred temple activities with spiritual groups. That name may also simply be a note, an inner awareness, or a sound, and it can be sourced by going into your heart, almost felt more than heard or spoken. This spiritual name is coming to you to help you deepen your connection with yourself. Like any other identity, this is just a representation for a time. You do not need to pack up your old life in search of an entirely new one, unless your heart deeply guides you with peace and neutrality, that this is what you need in your spiritual journey. More often than not, this spiritual name offers you a chance to begin to loosen your grip on your old identity, not throw it away completely, and sense yourself in a more enlightened light. So, it says if you already have a spiritual name, this oracle is guiding you not to become too attached to that identity either. Names are ways of knowing a being, but they are not the being. This can be hard for us to take on board in a culture that loves to label and therefore understand everything. For the initiate, however, accepting mystery is a part of the spiritual journey into the divine self. So there's a few different things that you can say here. Whenever you get some time to yourself, you could kind of close your eyes and take a few deep breaths in and out. Connect to yourself, connect to your heart. Follow your breathing into your heart space. So you can do it with me now if you want. We'll do 3 deep breaths, okay? 3 deep breaths in, 3 deep breaths out. And as we do this first breath, I want you to imagine white light with this pillar of light coming down, okay? And we're going to take it and hold it at our heart. So So let's take the first deep breath in. If you want to avoid this part, just it'll be a minute. Breathing in love and light, guys. Hands wide open, feet on the ground, toes apart. Breathing in love and light. And with your breath out, exhale anything negative or inauthentic. Next breath, breathing in love and light and nourishment from source. And take it to your heart. And hold your hands over it like a ball. Feeling it well up in your heart. Feeling the power at your hands. And breathe out anything that tells you you're not powerful. And we're going to take one more deep breath in. And here, you can ask. It may not come now, but whatever spirit is trying to tell you in this moment, ask for it to show up. Could be your name, could be whatever you need. And breathe it out. I swear I just saw a nose, like a weird, old, ancient nose. Anyway, it's strange. But follow your breathing into your heart and be aware of this space. Now it says, we're going to say, I open to receive in unconditional love the spiritual name that will help me this day as I grow into conscious realization of more of my divine self. I open to receive in unconditional love the spiritual name that will help me this day as I grow into conscious realization of more of my vast divine self. Okay, so it says here, be in your heart and imagine that through the vastness of all that inner space, light and sound is weaving towards you in a unique pattern of color, movement, and geometry. You may hear, sense, or feel or perceive a name, sound, or pattern, or it may be happening beneath the level of your conscious awareness, which is fine too. Just let it come to you as obviously or subtly as it wishes, for this will serve you best. Imagine the pattern, vibration, name, or sound of a light drawing effortlessly into your heart and feeling the essence of that pattern, sound, or light, or vibration. And this is a gift from your divine essence. Don't analyze it, just allow it to flow. Whatever does or does not happen obviously is perfect for you. Once you are fully connected with your heart, think, thank you, and then you're ready to just open your eyes. Some of you may have heard something, some of you may have felt something. If that kind of thing was new for you, do that more often. Connect with your heart. I personally heard my own name, so I'm just going to ask you guys now if you want to clear that out. If you still have some up, just take your hands. Imagine this kind of clearing down through your body. Let's take anything that's still stagnant here or residual. If it's ready to go, let's ask it to loosen up and transmute down through our feet out into the world. So it's important to feel powerful in yourself as well. I'm going to put these away. And with the dark mysteries, I feel like there's stuff that you may not be aware of. Okay, let's see this. The dark goddess calls you to her inner chamber where she holds a test and a gift for you. This test is your willingness to meet and release the fears from within that have been secretly holding you back. The gift is freedom, peace, opportunity, and prosperity in all its forms. Will you accept her? Call her for time for deeper initiation is here. So again, this is saying accept your personal power, release the stuff that makes you afraid or fearful of your power as well, and accept as well that there may be mysteries within our soul that the dark goddess, she would like us to be aware of. So I'm going to bring a message from the Mario Duguay, Messages from Life Oracle. Thank you. And you get 2. Together in the light, and I am the light. That's really important after all of this. That you are the light. You can connect with the light, and we are able to connect with our divine source, divine counterparts, as well as different goddesses and gods, and it just takes us being in tune with that. Together in the light, I see others exactly who and where they are supposed to be. They are in the perfect place to contribute to my own personal growth. Each emotional reaction another may cause in me is a gift from their soul, given to me out of love to help free me of my conflicts. I work and look at myself without seeking to blame others. Thus I become one with the divine in all of us. I am the light. So here's together in the light, working together, and that you are also the light. This bubble surrounds you. The light is within me. The light is around me. The light protects me. Regardless of the negativity I may encounter, I remain joyful and shine forth in all my splendor. With my light, I illuminate those around me. I am worthy of the divine within me. Just a second. Okay, guys. So I have some self-care oracles here. And if I get cut off, I apologize. My battery's getting low, it looks like. Connect with your ancestors. Absolutely. Connecting as well. For some of you, this could be actual ancestors. For some of you, this is star system, lineage, the star of Isis, Sirius, you know, where I heard Pleiadians for some of us. This could be in meditation, asking for downloads, asking for understanding from our star systems, from our star family, as well as the ancestors that we actually have on this earth, our family tree. And for here as well, this is as above, so below, as within, so without. Listening to the lessons that those people have learned and how it's in our genetic makeup. We also have health checkup here as well. Some of you may want to go to, if you've been experiencing trouble, had a lot of heart chakra energy, so if you've been feeling, or you may need to just get checked up with the doctor. And we also have massage here. Self-care activities that help us feel good may be really important. There are certain kinds as well. I heard shiatsu actually, but there's also certain kinds of massage that can really help us and really help connect us. So here there's also having your feet and your hands, your back massaged, but that may be really, really helpful and healing for you. But some of those, that's where I was going to say, sorry guys. Some of these kinds of massages can be very, very spiritually benefiting for you as well. You may also want to look up some Reiki. So messages for Scorpio, please. Page of Oaths. And this is the Stout. This is the first ways of new spark of life, new creativity. And you did get the flower of life in the manifestation, the seer. And this is all about the hidden, the intuition, the knowing without knowing, and that connecting with that feminine divine goddess self, regardless of you, if you identify as a male or a female, that doesn't matter. It's connecting to the own inner divine feminine part of yourself. And I feel like it's important because there's water here. Wherever you pour your energy, your drive, your doing power, your creativity, you want to make sure that it's nourishing your heart, nourishing your soul, and it's something that you feel called to do. Tell me more about the seer, please. Three of Bows and fulfillment. I'm not sure if it fell out in the reverse, and I don't think it's as important right now. This is being connected threefold, but being connected that whatever choice you make when you walk through this, you do this with your heart's fire, you do this with your kundalini, you do this with everything that you have. I feel like some of you may already have an idea of an avenue, of an event, of something you want to do. Something that's not just a want, something that's a need, something that's an inner knowing. And this is along your path, working with others as well. And I feel like because it's got fulfillment here, usually the Three of Bows is about waiting. But this isn't saying wait. This is saying you already know it's here. We again have the tree and the world. And it did fall in the reverse because I feel like there's a cycle that's maybe not yet ended. But this reverse, this tree, is about honoring the 4 different seasons of growth. honoring the different times of the year and knowing that there's a time to think, a time to manifest, a time to do, and a time to be still. And I feel like this is the time to do. It's the time just to move forward on your dreams. You have the Six of Arrows here. It was in the reverse, but I feel like if we need to clear some of that old energy, because this is moving on, right? With the Ten of Arrows being instruction, that whatever's been hard on our head, whatever it is, whatever that healing was, that in order to heal it, we need to see it. And again, it's up to us. We can choose not to, and we can put this on hold and stifle it, but we won't be able to move forward. So if we get all that stuff that needed to be healed out of there, we're going to open up new space for new creative endeavors and learning new things. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful month. I love you all, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.